What's up, everybody? It's Relly. By the way, shouts out to my family in Philadelphia because my cousin had gave me that name, and she was literally the only person I have ever heard me call me Relly. Like, cause otherwise it's Tyrell, Terrell. Hell, I had Taquanda before. Hell. But I've never had anybody call me Relly, you know. So I mean, it was nice. So that shouts out to you, cousin. If you ever watch this, you know, Relly is in here now. That's what I'm doing. That's who I am, and I am a new YouTuber. And this is what I'm trying to do now. And for the longest time, people have been telling me to do this, like since like what, the 10th grade, and I'm like 20 now. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. And I don't know why it took me so long, but I mean, I've really just been procrastinating hard, and I don't know, I guess I was just really intimidated, you know, at the fact that I would be putting myself out there in front of a whole bunch of people and, you know, trying to let people know about me, whatever, you know. I was a little shy, whatever. But, you know, the time has come, darlings. The time has come. So, for my channel, what we're going to be doing, we're going to be talking about my art, you know, because that's what I love to do. That's what I'm passionate about. I really just want to be an artist so bad. It's all I've ever really wanted to be, even when I was a kid. You know, I can remember times back at the house that I grew up in, because I'm from Taylor, South Carolina, but I live in Greenville now, you know, so I'm a Southern boy, whatever, you know, how y'all doing? And I can remember times back at home where I would like draw on the walls or whatever, just everywhere. The laundry room, my mom's room, the living room where I wasn't supposed to be in anyway, my room, the hallway. Awful. And my mom, she would get so mad at me. She'd be like, Terrell, what the hell is you doing? Quit drawing on my goddamn walls. It was so funny. Well, it wasn't funny at the time because I got my butt beat. I got an ass whooping, but I mean, you know, that's the way it goes. So that was that. So yeah, I've always wanted to do that. And I guess as a hobby of mine too, I really love hair. As you can see, this is totally not my hair. There's a whole wig, y'all. But I got this hair from Tinashehair. Some real good hair. I admit it do kind of shed a little bit, but you know what? It's not like off the chain shedding. You know, it's not bad. It's not bad, but there's some good hair. I ain't put no kind of heat to it. I'm scared because the last wig I had, it was a good ass wig too. It was some Wild African. I shot it up. I destroyed it. I didn't know what I was doing. I probably would still had it if I knew what I was doing. I barely even know what I'm doing with this one. I'm not no professional or whatever, honey. I just put it on. I just put it on. I mean, I do my best. I'm not the best at it. Honestly, that's why I kind of got this scarf on, because like the little lace was lifting a little bit and I didn't feel like putting it on. Like actually like melting it down or whatever. So I just said, you know what, fuck it. Let me just put this damn scarf on. So that's what I did. And it's some good hair. It's 18 inches. It's body wave. 180% density or whatever. So, girls, if you into that, or even dudes, whoever be watching this or whatever, if you into this, copy it. It's a great snag. Wasn't bad at all. Cha-ching. Okay. Very affordable. So I guess I can talk about like what kind of stuff you should expect from my channel. You know, again, talking about my art stuff and my process and everything. But also life stuff. You know, some life stuff, some really great advice videos. Maybe, I don't know. People say I give good advice, so I mean, hey, why not do that? And I'm definitely going to be talking about some hair too. I mean, 'cause I'm trying to get me some free hair. I mean, yeah, send me some free damn hair. I mean, it's like half the time I won't be paying for it. Like, so I mean, hey, you know. So, I guess I can start off by talking about, you know, a life thing. But I mean, I don't really know. I really don't. darn, what's something we can talk about, y'all? What's something we can talk about? I really don't know. I really don't know. And that's not a great start. That is not a great start to this. That is not a great start. But you know what? We're going to get it popping. We're going to get it popping. We're just going to get it popping. Okay, so I guess I'll just talk about, like, you know, my journey, my journey as a gay person. You know, like a little snippet or whatever. So I've always been very obvious with my femininity, you know, just always. It was always very obvious even when I was a kid. Like, because I can remember my mom, she told me she kind of had a hunch when I was like 3, because apparently I was getting it, okay? I was getting it already. And it was funny because I always felt so strange. I just knew I was just different, right? I just knew right off the bat, like, something is weird. Something ain't right. I don't feel like a typical boy. Because all these other boys, when I looked at them, they all acted the same, and I felt on the inside, I knew I wasn't. Because, you know, I like to play with Barbies, and, you know, I was very sensitive, and I love My Little Ponies or whatever, you know, because I can remember my grandma, on my dad's side anyway, whenever we would go, like, to, like, the dollar store, you know, the Dollar General store or whatever, I would be looking at, like, the My Little Ponies, you know, and I'll just be staring at it. But I didn't want to take it because I knew it was a girl toy, and I was scared like I'll be like reprimanded or something. But my grandma, you know, best woman in the world, she was just like, well, hell, if you want it, get it then, honey. And I'm like, well, okay. and I just loved it, and I would just like sit there and comb the hair, and, you know, I braid my grandma's hair and everything. So I was very girlish, you know, and that confused me. That confused me a lot because, again, I'm a whole boy. Like, aren't I supposed to be playing, you know, football and liking action figures and stuff? That was hella boring to me. Hella boring. Like, So that went on for a long time with me trying to suppress all of that, but it never really worked. You know, because again, I was so bright with it. I guess you could say I was so bright with my personality and everything. It just always seemed to shine through, despite my attempts to try to tone it down. You know, so really, like in elementary and whatnot, people would automatically ask me questions like, are you gay? Like, why do you always hang out with the girls all the time? Duh. Right? And at first, I did not know what that meant. I'm like, what? Right? But I knew, though, by the tone of their voice, just by how they asked the question, are you gay? I was like, that doesn't sound like a good thing. You're not making that sound like a great thing. So you know what? Let me just say no. So that was a whole cycle all the way up until the 10th grade, where I finally just admitted it to myself, you know? Because that's why personally I never like calling it a coming out story for me. Is really more so admitting it to myself, you know? Because that's really scary. That's really scary, you know? Because prior to that, you know, when I was in the 6th grade, everything kind of just blew up in my face. Because, you know, my mom was, like, always in denial about it because she always had hopes that, you know, it was just the phase or whatever, you know. And for some people it is. For some people it, you know, it really is just a phase. But for me, no. No. I don't like vagina. I don't like vagina. Like, I'm not, okay? So when it finally just like blew up in my face, you know, because I come from a very spiritual family, a very religious family, and I'm very spiritual and religious myself. I do believe in God. I really do. That's something, and that's definitely something we're gonna be talking about on this channel. A lot of spiritual stuff, you know, because it's a very big part of my life, you know. So I can't not talk about my life and not talk about what I believe in as well. You feel what I'm saying? You know, the camera real quick. But so I could remember my cousins, my other family members, and really just other people. They would like have conversations with me and, you know, ask me questions like, you know, was I molested or was I raped or anything? I never was. I was never touched. And it's unfortunate because some people actually become lesbian or gay because they were, you know, molested and raped. And that I feel like that's really sad. You know, that's really sad. And I really do feel like that is something that needs to be healed. I really do. But for those of us where it just happens, you know, namely myself, you know, it's like, you know, well, damn. Well, damn. I mean, you know, it just is what it is, you know. And I don't think my family members meant it, but I really don't, because they were really just trying to help me from the mindset of a heterosexual person, you know, without them actually knowing, well, let me put it like this, without them actually relating to my experiences, you feel me? So they in turn end up making me feel a whole lot worse than what I did. And I was really depressed. Like, I never had the balls to commit suicide, but it never stopped the torturous thoughts from plaguing my mind. And being that I'm an artist, my mind is very visual, you know, and very vivid as well. So I thought about some terrible, abhorrent ways of killing myself. You know, because the whole situation was just so stressful. And not only that, but my mom, she was, I think she had breast cancer at the time. Well, no. Because she did have breast cancer, but that was like way prior to this. But actually, she had a brain tumor. And everything. So that was really hard. So there was a lot going on, you know. So really, it wasn't until my sophomore year of high school, you know, again, where I finally just admitted it to myself and everything, you know, and I had a friend who really helped me admit it to. Shouts out to you, boo. I still love you. And it was definitely an experience, you know. I definitely grew a lot since then. You know, and I don't really regret anything. I really don't. Because really my hope is to really just continue to tell my story to people, and hopefully it, becomes something that inspires other people who are just like me, you know? Even give some understanding, you know, to people who don't understand, still, you know? Because, like, you know, after that, I thought about transitioning. I really did. I really thought about becoming a woman, like becoming a whole woman, you know, because for years and years, even going into my childhood, that was in my subconscious mind. That, you know, because of my feminine characteristic and my feminine personality and everything, I felt like my whole life was a mistake. You know, I felt like I should have been a girl, you know, and that's why honestly I feel like I have some kind of voice as far as transgenderism goes. You know, I can't say too much, you know, obviously, because I haven't like transitioned or anything, but again, I do feel like I have some kind of voice, you know, because for my whole junior year and about half of my senior year, I was like cross-dressing, you know, so I had like the whole wardrobe was just girl clothes. I had girl shoes. I tried to do my makeup or whatever. I wasn't very very great at it. You know, and I still had my hair done and everything. And it was strange because I thought this was what was gonna make me happy. I thought that was what was gonna make my life be perfect, you know? Because I could never fit in being a typical boy. So I thought, well, hey, I mean, I seem to be great at being a girl, so why not try to be a girl, you know? Um, and it worked for a while, but then after a while, I started to feel like I was lying to myself, and I started to feel like I was lying to other people. And it was funny because that was the same exact way that I felt when I was trying to act like a, really boyish boy. By playing sports and trying to like girls and everything. Because in middle school, I tried to date, these two girls or whatever, but trust me, it did not last long. it was just, I didn't like it. I really didn't. I hated being a boyfriend to a girl like that. Ugh. It was just no. So my mind really was blown because, well, damn, like, I don't feel like a boy, but I'm not a girl either, so that was definitely something that I had to realize that I had to get over, and I was like, okay, Terrell, you got to do your own soul searching. You have to find yourself. You have to do this yourself, because I was expecting other people, looking for other people to tell me who I should be and who I was destined to be. And all the while, again, I had to do that myself. You have to do that yourself. So then I just ended up coming to the conclusion that I have to be comfortable with my own natural born masculinity, my own natural born masculine aura or whatever. But I also don't and can't neglect my also feminine energy as well. So I just decided just to embrace it both. So now I tell people I was born a man, I am a man. But I'm a man with androgynous characteristics and an androgynous personality, and that right there, that is what makes me feel comfortable. I feel comfortable in that area. I feel that's just what makes me comfortable, and I've never felt more, I guess, happy. I feel a whole lot more like myself, after I graduated high school, which was in 2018. So now I'm just trying to be me. I'm just being free, just being me and everything. So yeah, I mean, that's that. So that took a long time. What? That's like almost a 20-minute video. So I'm just cut it short right here. And I hope y'all like it. I don't really know how much I'm gonna be posting. I really don't. I guess I'm thinking about making this like a weekly thing. Maybe like a every Friday kind of thing. I don't know. But I guess we'll see. And I hope y'all liked it, and let's see what we can do. Y'all. So, Relly out, y'all.